I'm going to show you guys how to do this. Literally, even if you have absolutely no technical skills, if you're on a shoestring budget like how we started, or even if you have absolutely no online business experience, okay? Even if you've never built an online business before, this is gonna put it into great perspective for you, all right? So let's dive in here. First, I just wanna show you guys some of the biggest months that we have ever had. These are the 2 months right here that had literally changed Juan and I's life forever, all right? Ever since these 2 months of June and July of 2017, our life literally has never been the same. We have never thought about how we make money the same because of the simple fact that the way that we were, used to making money is, through door-to-door sales, through trading time, our time for money, right? Getting paid hourly wages or getting paid commission-based when we were doing door-to-door sales. But anyways, what I want to show you guys real quick as well is how our store is doing till this day, all right? This is a store that we're running right now, and as you guys can see here at the top right, January 1st to April 20th, which is today, we have cranked in close to $250,000. So nowhere near as good as, the biggest months that we've ever had, but we're definitely still cranking out massive volume, all right? And I just want to show you guys there that view or that preview right there to show you what's really possible with what you're about to learn, all right? So I hope you guys are excited. I hope you're pumped up, and I hope you have your notebooks ready because, all right, and the reason why I say that is because my goal for this live training right here is to show you how you can build a store from scratch, literally from absolute scratch, that is proven to convert. And like I said, a couple of seconds ago, even if you have absolutely any technical skills, even if you've never built a website online before or a store online before, you're going to be able to do this, all right? Now, I'm also going to show you how you can spy on your competition to find the hot and trending products that you are going to be selling, even if you have no experience picking out products, even if you have never ever sold products online, we're going to show you how to find what's already hot and trending for you to cash out on it, all right, before the early majority, okay, because it's all about getting into the trend before the early majority. And the third thing we're going to go over, all right, my third goal is to show you the step-by-step strategy we use to turn $5 Facebook ad investments into insanely profitable six-figure campaigns, all right? And the best part is we do that by letting Facebook do the hard work for us, all right? That's probably my favorite part right there because that's where all the money starts rolling in, right? So to encourage you guys to stay all the way until the end, I do have some free exclusive bonuses for you guys. For those of you that stay all the way till the end of this training, so make sure you stay tuned because we're going to be giving you and emailing you the top 10 niches for 2018, all right? That's literally worth $300 just by itself. Also, the top 15 products that you can easily crush $10,000 a month with, and if you're asking how do we know that, well, it's because some of the products we're actually selling or we've sold before, and some of the products we know other people are crushing it with, all right? And the third thing is free Facebook and Instagram ad templates that we use in our business today, all right? Now, this training, if you're wondering, should I stick around for the whole thing? Is this for me? Is this for, higher level people? Is it for beginners? It's honestly for a wide spectrum of you guys, all right? Complete beginners. Even if you've never made $1 online before, this is going to give you that vision, that blueprint that you can take action on literally today, all right? Second is for those of you guys that are making a few sales, but you literally haven't, or you really haven't had that big breakthrough that you are aiming for, all right? And most of the time, believe it or not, like some of our students, they're doing, they're getting sales, they're making progress, they're doing a lot better than, when they first started, but usually just one thing that they are missing that once they apply it to their business, it just takes off like that, all right? Now, if you're making around 10 grand a month with your e-commerce business, but you're just struggling to scale to the moon to get some of the months like I had just shown you, then this is going to give you that strategy that you're looking for, all right? Now, my promise to you guys, all right, just on this training right here, this will be the last training that you'll need to watch to start generating $100 a day online. So give me a 1 in the chat, guys, if you're excited to learn how to make $100 a day, all right? Because I know some of you guys coming in here, probably $100 a day, $1,000 a day will change your life forever, right? And that's honestly how it all started for Juan and I. We were just trying to make a little bit extra money to, feel comfortable, to live comfortably, to have a little bit of freedom and get things that we want or whatever it is, right? So, but all of a sudden, it just changed our life forever. So, for example, Eric, all right? Eric went through the same exact training that you guys are going through now, and he clocked in $759 the first weekend drop shipping, all right? That is incredible. Also, Isaac, $514 in just 2 weeks, and he says, thanks to your training, my partner and I have killed it these past 2 weeks. Literally, all these sales are within a span of 2 weeks, all right? So, never made $1 online, and all of a sudden, Isaac and his partner started to generate income online, and they just, again, their whole life just changed, right? Their whole perspective of how to make money just changed. And then we got another one here. He texted me, or she texted me, lunch money, but it works. All right, time to scale. Appreciate you, brother. All right, now just a heads up, just a warning for you guys. I saw this on, I believe it was either my Facebook timeline or my Instagram timeline, but it puts a lot of things into perspective. All right, the average attention span of humans are 8 seconds. All right, 1 second less than that of a goldfish. So, in other words, don't be a goldfish. All right, do not be a goldfish. Just turn off all your phone and desktop notification that can distract you from possibly the most valuable training that you've ever attended. Seriously, all right, turn them off. Be selfish with your time. Be selfish with your focus right now, and let's get into it, all right? Obviously, I want to introduce myself real quick. Just don't laugh at that picture right there. That was from a really long time ago while I was working at Sears. But again, let me introduce myself, all right? I came to America when I was 9 years old. My name's Samir Chibane, by the way. But I came to America when I was 9 years old, all right? Literally, my parents dropped everything they had going on in their life at that point in time. I'm talking about leaving their parents and all of their siblings, leaving their jobs, leaving their security, and just brought me and my family here to America for a better life, right? For a better education. So I knew right off the bat that I had to make something out of myself, right? And unfortunately, it didn't start off with, 6 figures a month, right? Making $250,000 a month online. It started off with Sears, all right? That was my first real job. You guys can see how excited I was there. And, me holding my badge and whatnot. But after that, all right, I got into network marketing, all right? Let me know in the chat, guys, if any of you guys have any experience in the network marketing industry. It is definitely not the easiest thing to do, all right? Especially if you don't know how to really build a business, if you don't have any experience with, entrepreneurship, it could be very difficult. And I got a little bit of success. I was able to bring some people onto my team, on my downline, but it just crumbled down like that in a matter of a day or two where literally my whole business just disappeared. So I was like, this is not for me, all right? I want something long-term, something that will be around forever, all right? And once I got into college, I thought that was going to be the key, right? And I attended one of the best business schools that was possible for me to attend at the time due to the fact that I didn't have the best grades, the best SAT scores. I got into the best school that I had the potential to get into, and it was a business school. But as soon as I got in, I realized that they were just conditioning me to be an employee. And essentially, it kind of started bothering me. It started making me feel like I was wasting my time, like I wasn't making any progress towards my dreams and my goals, and making something out of myself to leave a legacy, right? So I dropped out of college, and unfortunately, I didn't do the sexiest thing possible, like start up, a huge tech company, like Mark Zuckerberg or whatnot. But I got into door-to-door sales, all right? And I did that for 2 years. And I'll be real with you guys here. The reason why I got into door-to-door sales was simply due to the fact that I read a book about billionaires. And it was called The Billionaire's Effect. And it said something about 65% of billionaires started off doing door-to-door sales. So I was like, hey, if that's the case, then this is a sure bet. So I got into it, and it definitely was not the easiest thing either. But this is my business partner right here, Juan Valdez. He was born in New York, but he was raised in Boston by a single mother. So he definitely has a lot of responsibility on his shoulder as well, right? And it's pretty funny because He was a terrible student just like I was. And his first job was just as tough as mine, right? His first job was at Burger King. And those are, pretty much good starting points or starting points for a lot of people. And that doesn't dedicate, right, who you are. And Juan and I were aware of that. But he got into college, expecting the same thing, that I was going to teach him about how to be successful, an entrepreneur. And there was nothing like that, all right? So he dropped out of college his first semester while I dropped out sophomore year. And he got into door-to-door sales again for a very similar reason that I got into it. He just did some research and he saw that the most successful people in the world, were doing some type of direct sales. So he got into it and he was in it for a year and a half, all right? Now, Juan and I, he's one of my best friends and also my business partner. And it's pretty funny because we met at a business conference in Los Angeles. I think it was both our first time, if I'm not mistaken. It might have been my second time while it was his first time. But we ended up, kind of touching base, networking a little bit. And I was shy. He was shy because it was just like a huge networking event, huge business event. And then we ended up meeting and he tells me he's from Boston. I'm like, oh, dude, that's pretty cool. And literally, once I get back to my door-to-door sales job in Boston, he is in the training room. Like, he's just getting trained, and now he's part of my sales team. And I'm like, dude, this is so weird. So we started working together, and we struggled at door-to-door sales together in Boston for like a year or so, and then also another year in California. But all of a sudden, right, one day we were doing door-to-door, and we were down in San Diego, and we came across an article, all right, a success story pretty much of two entrepreneurs that were making an absolute killing online, drop shipping these little fidget spinners that you guys see there, that I'm sure you've seen all over, without wholesaling them. Okay, so we started thinking to ourselves, well, what do these kids know that we don't? What is this drop shipping business model that allows you to make a killing online without having to wholesale, without having to ship things out yourself? And so we started doing some research, all right? And for those of you guys that don't know what drop shipping is, I'm sure a lot of you guys are familiar with it. You probably heard about it. But just to kind of, go over it real quick, it's super, super simple, all right? And it blew our mind as we were doing the research to see how much possibility there was with this business model right here, all right? And we were compared it to what we were doing at the time, going door to door. We compared it to this, and it just blew our mind. But let me give you guys a quick or brief explanation here, all right? So you got your web store, right? You got your online store right here. And essentially what you do is just add products from suppliers, right? From overseas suppliers. And I'm going to show you guys here in detail exactly what this, system, how it's put together as we go on here. But essentially you just find a supplier. If they have a product that you like, that you want to sell, you add it to your store. And whenever a customer, this is the best part, whenever a customer buys from your store, that's when you go ahead and order it from the supplier. And the even cooler part is that they send it over to the customer for you. Okay, so they fulfill the order for you. So what that means is that you can do this from anywhere in the world, all right? You can do it from anywhere in the world as long as there's internet connection. Let me clarify. There's no need for inventory, again, because you get paid first, right? There's no product cost up front. Until somebody buys something from your store, that's when you go ahead and buy it from the supplier and have them send it over, all right? And the next thing, and the next main benefit is that it is fully automated business. It has the possibility to be fully automated, just like I would say 90% or 95% of our business today is completely automated, all right? Now, you won't need to deal with, just to kind of recap, no need for wholesaling, no need for bulk ordering products, literally at all right? No need for huge warehouses or stocking up junk in your basement like a lot of people who try to sell on Amazon or on eBay. They just stock up things either in their basement, separate room, or maybe in a warehouse that they have to pay for. And also no building complicated websites that need tons of maintenance, okay? But let me ask you guys something, all right? How bad would it be, okay? How tough would it be if you ordered a bunch of products from a wholesaler, like the majority of people that do Amazon or eBay, you wholesale everything and then nobody buys it. All right, nobody's interested in your product. How bad would that suck? Okay, how bad would that, hurt your financial situation? Okay, you're trying to be successful, but you're wholesaling everything and nobody's buying it. So what do you got to do? You got to leave it there in your basement, in the separate room, in the warehouse. So the best part about this is there's no upfront costs. All right, there's no wholesaling, no warehousing, no shipping things on your own. All right. And thanks to Shopify, right? Thanks to Shopify, which is literally the best and most user-friendly e-commerce platform out there, you can get a high-converting store up and running for business literally within minutes, okay? Within minutes, you can get your store up and running and, open for business. Like people can buy stuff from your store and, literally everything will be up and running. The third thing, all right, it has the most robust features, which are absolutely free and which most platforms make you pay hundreds of dollars for, okay? Any other platform that you try to sell stuff on, they're going to try to nickel and dime you for literally every single extension, every single app, every single plugin, while most of these are absolutely free, all right? And it also has a marketplace full of click and drag apps that boost your conversions literally by insane amounts, okay? And I'm going to share some of those apps with you guys here in a second. And last but not least, it gives you free secure hosting, okay, which means that nobody can hack your business, nobody can, make any fraud transactions or anything like that. Secure hosting, and also your customers and your visitors are going to feel super comfortable buying from your store because it has secure hosting, so their information won't be, sacrificed or pulled for fraud or whatever it is. All right, now. Here's the truth, all right? I'm going to be real with you guys. When we launched our first store, it literally felt like this picture right here, all right? It felt like we got hit by a soccer ball or got punched in the face with a huge reality check, okay? Because we thought it was super easy. We thought it was super, just anybody can do it. And we realized that there was a specific blueprint, which is obviously what I'm going to share with you guys here. So essentially, we accepted that failure. We learned from it. And we launched our second store. And our second store honestly started getting some sales, okay? We started getting some sales, and we got a little bit of traction, but it was a constant struggle. It was so stressful. We had to always be on top of things, always trying to sell new products, but we didn't hit any big successes. So, and as a matter of fact, funny story, there was somebody, like a neighbor of ours, right, that we became friends with while we were living down in San Diego. And he came over to my apartment, or Juan and I's apartment, to hang out one day, and he saw all these whiteboards, right? He saw all these whiteboards all over the place of our apartment, and, we didn't really know this guy too personally, right? We were just trying to make some friends, make some acquaintances, and get to know our neighbors, and this guy just started saying, hey, like, I want to learn what you guys are doing, and I'm like, dude, we haven't figured it out. So, maybe once we do, we can help you, we can consult for you or something like that. And he got super offended and he started literally bashing Juan and I and just yelling, saying, hey, you guys are going to fail. You're going to struggle. Like, look at how, because remember, right? Like I said, we were struggling. Like it wasn't consistent sales. It wasn't profitable. And so he was just like bashing us, yelling at us, saying, you guys are going to fail. You guys are going to keep struggling if I don't help you out, whatever it is. And I told him that we are going to make this work, all right? I know for a fact that Juan and I are no geniuses. We're no geniuses, obviously. But if these two kids did it, all right, if these two random entrepreneurs were able to figure it out, so can we, okay? And that's what I want you guys to realize is so can you. And here's a screenshot, right? June 2nd, 2017. That was our second store. Look at the daily sales we were making, $39. That was probably like a sale or two, okay? And what we decided is before we launch our third store, which honestly just takes like a few minutes to redesign the old store. So we did that real quick. I believe it's like in one night we kind of put it together. We decided to try something different because I was reading this book right here by Sam Walton, Made in America. Great, absolutely incredible book. Give me a 1 actually in the chat, guys. Give me a 1 right here in the chat if you guys have ever read this book. Give me a 1. All right, awesome. I do see some 1s here. Cool. Okay, so this is probably not new to you guys, but Sam Walton, there was a story of him about, how he did not invent anything new. Like, it was not the first, grocery store. It was not the first, type of store of its kind. He did not invent anything new. He simply focused on modeling what's already working and making it better. And as a matter of fact, he was so obsessed with that idea of just modeling what's already working. He was traveling all around the world to go to a bunch of different, grocery stores and any type of retail store and just studying what they're doing, okay? And he was in Brazil one day and he was measuring, the size of, the measurements between how high the first aisle is from the ground, the space between each aisle, literally like how many products were in each, shelf, how they were facing, the colors, literally just studying everything. And he was on his hands and knees trying to, again, measure from the floor to the first aisle. And they thought this guy was crazy, so they arrested him. And I was like, wow, this Sam Walton, right? One of the most successful entrepreneurs of our generation, maybe ever, right? And he had the humility to just not create anything new and just simply model what's already working. And the truth is, the reason why Walmart was so successful and still is so successful is because they sell everything, right? They sell literally everything. You go to Walmart and buy anything that you need for your house or your day-to-day use. And the reason why they're so successful is because they're a general store, right? They can keep up with literally any new niche, any new trend, and anything that the majority of people wanted. Where there was demand, they would be there to fulfill that demand. So Juan and I started thinking to ourselves, well, hey, let's look at the past two stores that we built up. They were niche stores, all right? The first store, Juan built himself because, he was super into fitness. He liked exercising. He watched a bunch of YouTube videos on it. So he's like, dude, why don't we just sell, fitness products, right? Like, the shaker cups or the rubber bands, or maybe some weights or, some necklaces with some pendants on them that, the people that go to the gym would love. And so we were like, yeah, let's do it. And initially we thought, there's so many people that work out. But what we had really done, right, what we really did and what most people make the mistake of is they box themselves into a specific set of products that they can promote. So they're limiting their opportunity. All right. So we decided, let's just go ahead and go with a general store. All right. And that's where you guys see those 2 huge months that we've had in our career all came from a niche store, from a general store. And we still run general store till this day. All right. And the best part is about general stores, the main benefits is you don't have to start a new store every single time you want to get into a different niche or market. All right, you're flexible. You're able to flow with the water, like Bruce Lee says, right? Be like water, or however he says it. But you don't have to constantly break down your old store, build it up just to test new products. You can capitalize on any new hot and trending product because it's a general store, right? So you just add whatever you want to promote, and it won't feel off, right? Because when we had that gym store, if we tried to add something, let's say for babies, people would be like, dude, what is this store about? They would just get super confused. It would be incongruent. And so they would just bounce out. That's why we weren't getting any success. All right. So this is the first major key right here. All right. And third but not least is you can build a massive brand. I'm talking about super massive, which you can potentially sell in the future. All right. Well, my camera just paused. Okay. Let's keep going. So you can build a massive brand which you can potentially sell in the future, all right? Now, think about it this way. The reason why Walmart is considered a multi-billion-dollar corporation is because they are able to sell so many different products. They attract so many different audiences and markets and niches as opposed to your local little boutique shop that only sells baby clothes, right? So Walmart will win every single time. So essentially what I'm trying to get at here is you want to be the Walmart of e-commerce, all right? You want to start a general store, all right? And look at our first month here. We went from doing $39 to like a week later, which is June 16th. we had our biggest day ever, all right? $22,000, or pretty much $23,000. And the crazy part about that is, guys, that it was literally more money than Juan or I made all of last year, right? The previous year. So the fact that we were able to do that in just one day literally just caused this massive shift within our perspective of what's really possible, that, literally we were never able to, operate or think about, making money the same way. So that's what I want to give to you guys in this training right here. And our second month, all right, first month we did $225,000, $288. And the second month, all right, another $225,000, $600. This is a super long number, all right? You guys can see that I'm not used to saying these kind of numbers right here, but $225,610 in our second month, all right? And for the first time ever, I'm going to reveal exactly how we created our six-figure e-commerce store, all right? Literally in 3 simple steps, okay? In 3 simple steps, you're going to learn how you can set up a Shopify store that converts, how to find hot and trending products that are proven to sell and fly off your shelf, and step 3, how to drive laser targeted traffic to the store and pretty much, all right, ethically steal your competitors' customers, all right? Again, we live in capitalism here, so as long as you can market better, you can literally steal your competitors' customers, all right? And then we let Facebook take the wheel and boost our ad, all right? Force feed us buyers, all right? That's the crazy part about it. And what that resulted in for, Juan and I is we were able to make our first $1 million online together in 2017, okay? So in 2017, Juan and I were able to make $1 million online. It wasn't just solely e-commerce products. We also got into affiliate marketing, because the truth is that once you learn the skill sets to be able to build a successful e-commerce store, you can use the same exact skill sets to build other kind of businesses, all right? Maybe a business that you're super passionate about. Maybe, starting up a social media marketing agency like we have on the side, where we consult other businesses as well. And it's just crazy at the potential and the possibilities of, once you learn the skill sets and you learn how to build just one type of business online, you can pretty much use the same skill sets to build other kinds of businesses online as well. And then we were also, recognized, I guess, as the top 1% of e-commerce stores on Shopify, which is absolutely insane that we were able to do that, because we had literally never built an e-commerce store before. And the fact that we were able to get in the top 1% is insane, all right? Give me a 1 again, guys, in the chat box if you believe that you can do it as well, all right? If you believe that you can also hit in the top 1% of all e-commerce stores by dedicating and committing to this, guys, give me a 1 in the chat box. I want to see how many of you guys are committed to making this thing happen and believe in yourself. All right. Wow, look at all those ones. Insane. All right, cool. I'm glad to see so many committed entrepreneurs on here. Now, last but not least, we became mentors to hundreds of entrepreneurs around the world, all right? Once our success story got out there, that's a picture of us at Tai Lopez's house, all right? We attended like a $10,000 mastermind. Juan and I each had to spend 10 grand to attend Tai's mastermind at his place here in LA. And once our success story got out there, literally hundreds of people, if not thousands of people, were reaching out to us on a month-to-month basis, trying to understand how we were able to do it. How were you guys able to go from door-to-door sales, struggling in door-to-door sales as a matter of fact, to creating such a thriving e-commerce business? And really, all right, really the reason why that was possible was because of what I'm about to share with you guys here in a minute, all right? Now, here's just a screenshot of what I was talking about, how our store was ranked as the top 1% of stores that launched the same week as us, which is insane, okay? And that's also a picture in San Francisco. We did a little meetup. We were out there consulting for a company called MentorBox. You guys probably know it. It's actually Tai Lopez's and Alex Mears' company. And it's probably one of our favorite companies around that we've consulted for. And we did a meetup, and literally so many people came out. We did our last minute, and it was just amazing to hear everybody's story. And so many of these guys and gals right here have went on to build successful e-commerce stores of themselves. But honestly, guys, it is so much more about, or it's so much more than just the money and the recognition. And it's literally so much deeper than that. And I understand, okay? Some of you guys are probably sitting and, listening to me, go through this training here. And you're probably like, Samir, all I want to do is make an extra amount of money. I want to be recognized. I want to, let my family know that I have made something out of myself. Let my friends know that I'm not a failure. Let society know, or my old teacher know that, hey, you were wrong. I am not a failure. I have built something, super successful. Okay. But I'm telling you guys that once you start making more money, you're going to realize that it's so much more, so much deeper than just the money and the recognition. All right. It's about helping people like Dahlia right here make an extra $144 in just one day. Okay. In just one day. Augustine, for example, all right, he was actually at that San Francisco meetup. A week later, he drops this in there and says, hey guys, I made $1,000 in one day with the blueprint. Okay, he says history was made today. Okay, that was his breakthrough. Okay, history was made today. Shout out to the team, so hyped, Samir Chibane and Juan Valdez, and drops that in our private Facebook mastermind group. All right, Splashman BB. $696 in 4 days, okay? Only the fourth day, and we almost hit $700 in a day, all right? That's people's lives literally changing forever. And actually, Splashman PB, we were talking to him the other day, and he has went on to do some incredible things besides just build a successful e-commerce business. He's now consulting. He's meeting mentors all over the world. And he lives in Canada, in Toronto, but he's now traveling to all these different places because he was able to quit his job and, be able to have complete control over his time and his income, okay? And also, guys, look, I want to explain something to you. I've always wanted to fly my parents out to California, okay? I lived here, or I've been living in California for 2 years at that point, and literally could never fly them out, could never have them come out and visit. And it was mainly because of two things. One, I didn't have the money to have them fly out. I didn't have the money to, to kind of be able to take them out to restaurants or dinners and show them around. And I couldn't afford to take the time out of my door-to-door sales job to be able to show them around, okay? Because I was constantly grinding, literally day in and day out, from sunrise to sundown, okay? We would be knocking on doors, and I would never be able to see my family. I would never be able to spend quality time with them and make memories with them. So it hurt me deeply. But once it happened, guys, I went ahead, flew my parents out. This is in Santa Monica. We had an absolute blast. My dad actually teared up at one point because we were just, he's never been to California before. He's never been to the West Coast. And, I was able to kind of do what they were able to do for me, right? Which is brought me from Algeria to America, and I was able to bring him out to the West Coast and show him a whole different world or a whole different side of what America has to offer. And also, I was able to fly back to Algeria to see my grandma right there. She's probably the most beautiful soul I have ever encountered. And she's like 90, close to like 90 years old, 80 to 90 years old. And I was able to fly over to Algeria with my parents and, spend some quality time there without having to worry about, money or losing my job or taking too long of a vacation or whatever it is. There is no boss, okay? That's the best part with building your own e-commerce business. And last but not least, me and the boy Juan, we were finally able to start doing some fun stuff, okay? We were literally always grinding, always working, always knocking on doors, so we never could do anything fun. Okay, if anything, we were able to go, downtown for on a Sunday. All right, but we couldn't even really enjoy it because we're always thinking about, what the next day is gonna have in store for us, what the next paycheck is gonna look like. Is it gonna be nice? Is it gonna be zero again? What is the case? Okay, so we're always uncertain. But as you guys can see here, top left, Juan and I were able to head over down to Miami for New Year's, and we had a blast there. Okay, we were able to bring some friends with us. pay for a ticket of theirs, and just have an absolute blast, okay? We're also able to go on a helicopter ride, and that was probably the most fun thing we've done in so long, to be able to just kind of see and experience something a little different. I was super scared. And also, bottom left here, we were able to start making some cool friends that actually make a lot of money themselves. Okay, our boy Ricky here, smack dab in the middle. He's huge in real estate. That's our buddy Human, huge YouTuber. That's our buddy Jaden Gross right there. You guys probably know of him as well. He has built a huge social media marketing agency. And last but not least, guys, this is my favorite picture that we have ever taken. Juan and I's favorite picture, most valuable picture. And the reason why is because when we were struggling, we could not ask anybody around us in our social circle or within our family members to help us with success. So we seeked out mentors, and one of those guys was Tai Lopez, okay? And I can remember so vividly watching and, going through Tai Lopez's courses and trainings and his free videos and all of his great content and saying, I will be one of his biggest success stories. And I was living literally in my parents' attic. I was dead broke. I was struggling door to door. I think that was just as I dropped out of college. And I was like, I'm going to be one of his biggest success stories. I had no idea who I was going to do it with, how I was going to do it. At that point, I thought it was going to be through door-to-door sales, but I was completely wrong, all right? And I thought I might be able to do it with some of my closest friends, okay? But the reality of it is that you're going to make more money with people that you've never met before than the ones that are closest to you. And Juan and I are a prime example of that. So that was a picture we took with him right there. And I just can't explain that feeling of, being there and just talking to him in person and letting him know that, hey, I have dreamt of this day and it's finally here. And it's a pleasure to meet you, man. So now we're pretty cool with him. We obviously can't just call him up or roll up to his house every day, but he is definitely somebody that we still look up to and we can reach out to whenever we need some advice. And he invites us over to his place every time he has an event or we record for some of his courses. And whatnot, but just that's something that I want to share with you guys here. Now, this right here, I was a little bit kind of hesitant on putting out, but if you guys can look closely, right, there's a gold watch that I'm wearing, and that it's not gold at all, okay? It was like a $60 watch. I'll never forget, it was Memorial Day weekend. It was, I had my employee discount, and the watch was already on sale, so I got it for like $60, right? I thought it was the coolest thing. But then I found out about Rolexes, okay? And when I was in network marketing, my mentor at that time told me, Samir, you have to have some goals in place, okay? You have to know where you're going. So put some things up on your wall. And I looked up the best looking watch, right? And I loved this watch right here that I'm wearing on my wrist right now. And not to brag, guys, not to, rub it in your face, but this was my symbol of success, okay? I knew, okay, I told myself that once I get this watch right here, it means that I have achieved something significant in my life. And it just happened that it was e-commerce, okay? It was e-commerce drop shipping that made it happen. So whatever it is for you guys, I know some people it's cars, some people it's a house, some people it's a family. And this is probably not the best symbol for success, but for me at that time, it was what I wanted. So I put it in my vision board, and next thing you know, I finally was able to buy it. I was actually, when I was back in Boston visiting my family, and Juan and I were just looking around, and I'm like, dude, I want to do this, okay? We have reached such a standpoint within our business that I deserve this thing. So I just went ahead and bought it, and it didn't really hurt my pockets, okay? And again, guys, whatever your symbol for success is, I'm telling you that dropshipping and e-commerce is that segue for you, okay? So let's go ahead and keep on moving forward. Now, like I was saying, right, before we dive into the training, guys, can you see yourself making this happen for you and your family? Like, can you literally close your eyes right now? All right, guys, give me a 1 in the chat box after you do this, okay? Close your eyes right now. I'm going to give you a second and just envision yourself. Can you see yourself cashing in on this opportunity right here? Once I reveal the exact blueprint, can you see this actually happening for yourself, okay? And if you can, guys, give me a 1 in the chat right now, right? Let me know that you guys can see yourself making this happen for you and your family. Perfect. Awesome. Okay, Jonathan, He says, hell yeah. I love that attitude, Jonathan. Awesome. Okay, cool. Let's keep going. Now, the reason why I asked that, guys, is because this system works, okay? It's clear from all those screenshots, all those other students of ours, that it works. But the only question is, are you willing to commit to making it work for you, okay? Are you willing to commit to making it work for you, okay? Because if you do not make that commitment, then you're just going to give up, okay? You are just going to give up on the first sign of struggle, okay? So if you can make that commitment right now, then it will make it a whole lot easier because one, that person, okay, that neighbor of mine that I was telling you guys about earlier, when he was bashing me and yelling in my apartment, when he was yelling at me in my apartment because I didn't want to take the time to teach him before we got our success, okay, it did not faze me at all. Why? Because I knew that Juan and I were committed, okay, that anybody can say anything and doubt whatever it is that they wanted to doubt us for whatever reason, but we knew that we were going to make it work. So we literally just brushed it off. So that's what you guys have to be able to do. And again, guys, it's really not rocket science, okay? Elon Musk just flew a car to the moon or Mars or wherever, Lord knows what he's up to now, right? But he was able to launch a car into space. If Elon Musk can do that, you can build an e-commerce business. Believe me, it's a lot simpler than rocket science, all right? And the reason why I say is because this is a duplicatable blueprint that we use on a regular basis to grow profitable e-commerce stores. All right, again, guys, check this out, okay? This is our store right here, all right? From January 1st to April 20th, $223,000. This is live right here, okay? All right, so you guys see that. We still use the same exact blueprint till this day. Obviously, we refine it a little bit with some new tools, some new resources, some new information we get, but it's the same principles, all right? And also, hundreds of our students around the world have literally ethically knocked it off to build their own successful e-com businesses, all right? And a prime example of that is Tamer. Okay, Tamer was able to scale to his first $10,000 month. And he says, hit my first 10K month for October using IG influencers. And I've been dropshipping for almost 3 months, okay? So after 3 months, he finally hit that big breakthrough. Julian Reeves, $8,270 in 1 week. Okay, in 1 week. And he says here, as you guys can see, if it wasn't for Samir Chibane and Juan Valdez's course, I wouldn't have even thought it was possible to make money online. But in reality, it's the most abundant market that's ever existed. And that's exactly why I'm sharing this training here with you guys, is because we live in a world of abundance, all right? We understand that there is literally millions of products that you can sell online. There's millions of niches, right? There's millions and billions of people that are buying things on a day-to-day basis, all right? But it's all about getting your piece of the pie, okay? You just got to get a piece of the pie, all right? You don't have to be greedy and go after the whole thing. If you just get a slice, a little, maybe even some crumbs, you will be very, very rich. You will be very, very successful, and money will be the last thing that you have to worry about. Julian Reeves didn't even think it was possible, okay? But as soon as he was able to go through our training and apply every single thing that we share as we reveal our whole blueprint, he was able to figure it out, okay? It wasn't rocket science. He just followed it step by step. Boom, $8,270 in 1 week. Okay, people don't make that amount of money. It's like some people it takes them a whole year to make $8,000. Okay, some people don't even make that much in a year even. Okay, so that's the power of it. All right, now are you guys ready to dive into it? I know I've kind of rambled on a little bit, but I just wanted to clarify a few things before we get to the meat and potatoes here. So be sure to take notes because I don't know when this training is going to be available here. But to make sure you guys are paying attention, give me an X, guys. Give me an X in the chat box if you are ready to dive right into it and you have something to take notes with. All right, I see some triple X's here, so I'm like thousands of X's. All right, awesome, guys. Okay, that's a yes. All right, so step one, creating your store that is a money-making machine, all right? As Sam Walton says, you do not need to reinvent the wheel. You just need to make it spin in your favor, all right? You do not need to reinvent the whole wheel here, guys, all right? You just have to make it spin in your favor like Julian Reeves and Tamer and August and all these other students of ours have done. So Out with the old, all right? The old way of building a business or a store online was literally to pay tens of thousands of dollars to code a website and have somebody maintain it and have somebody, keep an eye on it at all times. But in with the new, all right? The new ways to use Shopify. Do not argue with me on this. Do not say, hey, what about this platform? What about that platform? It is literally the easiest and the most simple and the most user-friendly platform for you to start your fully operating and ready for business store for free within minutes, all right? For free, okay? I'm going to give you guys a link here at the end where you can create a Shopify store for free, all right? You can get a free trial, all right? Let me clarify. It's a free trial, and then once, you're ready to go into full action, it's like $9 or $10 a month or $20, I believe. But it's very, very minimal. Nothing like the old tens of thousands of dollars you have to pay for. All right? But how do you know it's a converting store? That's what you guys are probably asking me, Samir. Well, how do we know it converts? And it's pretty simple. All right? Just find the most profitable e-commerce stores and model what they're doing. All right? There's 500,000 stores on Shopify. All right? All it takes is just finding the top 1% or 2% and just duplicating what they're doing. So we have a secret spyware tool that we only share with our students that shows literally, like you guys see right there, right? Almost 500,000 stores that shows us the best e-commerce stores that we model ourselves, that we model our stores after and our students model their stores after. Now, this tool right here is exclusive to our students, but we have another tool that I want to give you guys and share with you for absolutely free. It's called myip.ms, okay? myip.ms. And let me see here. Let me pull it up. Okay, so once you come to myip.ms, you can literally just rank all the Shopify stores by the top world site popular rating, all right? All you have to do once you come in here, it's absolutely free. You come into the websites and you choose IP owner, parent IP owner. The subdomain, right, is Shopify. So it's going to rank every single one of them here by world site popular rating. And you just go through every single one of these and see exactly what you're doing right and what you can model after them, okay? So I actually have some examples here that I pulled up for the sake of this training. And let me show you guys, all right? So iCool Gadgets was the first. We'll start off with choicest1.com. So this is, I know for a fact these guys are cranking out massive volume, okay? And it's because of the different tools that we use where we know this is the top ranking store. So what do? We come inside, all right, and we literally just go about and we just see exactly what they're doing. Okay, you can see this is a general store as well. Women beauty, home collection, slimming. They're selling a bunch of different stuff here, all right? Look, they're selling these soft foam bendy hair curlers. They're selling these painless hair removal cream. All right, some little trinket bracelets here. Just a bunch of different stuff, all right? So essentially all we have to do is just model after what they're doing, okay? Model their headline, model their logo. You see they have a phone number on there. You can see if we click on shop, they have track shipments to make it easier for their users. And they just have it all down pat, okay? So all you have to do is just come in, find the top stores, and just model exactly what it is that they're doing, okay? Again, no need to reinvent the wheel. Here's another store, iCoolGadgets.com, all right? Tons and tons of great products. It gives us tons of great ideas, but you guys can see their website is a little bit different here, but it's working for them, all right? It is working for them. So what does it mean? Again, we could just model what they're doing right. iCool Gadgets, maybe the color. So track my order as well. You can see that's a similarity. Our products right here, about us. And you can see they have a bunch of stuff that you can look at. You can check out their headline right here, right? Free shipping on orders over 100 worldwide. You can see they have their support right away in case their visitors need to reach out to them to feel safe. They have all their social media over here, right? You can even go and check out their social media and see exactly what it is that they're doing right, okay? So just a bunch of good ideas by just looking at the top stores. Now, obviously, I'm not going to sit here and build one with you, but this just literally gives it to you, right? Like, imagine if you're, you're writing an essay in school and, your teacher says, hey, look, no need to reinvent the wheel here, Joe, or whatever it is. Just look at all the best papers that I've graded, the best, the papers or the essays that got the best score, and just model after them. How much easier would school have been for you, all right? Give me a 1 in the chat box, guys, if you feel like that was all you needed to crush your your grades or your essays or whatever it is, or your tests or your SATs. All right, imagine your SATs. Somebody's like, hey, this is the top SAT scores, and this is what they did, right? And you can just model. Look at, all right, guys, that's literally what I wish they would have done for me as well. All right, I see a lot of X's. Awesome. Cool. So you guys get the point here, right? You guys get the point. Yes, I see. Okay, that makes sense. Oh, I didn't even think about that. All right, cool, guys, cool. So with that being said, right? With that being said, after you find the top stores and you model yours after, all right, in terms of creating your logo, creating your page, the banner, the buttons on the header there, right? Once you get that down pat, the next step obviously is to find hot and trending products. And again, all right, the old way and the biggest mistake that people make and that they think of is that they think of what they want to sell or buy. Okay, you guys don't understand how many messages Juan and I get on a day-to-day basis of people saying, hey, look, like, we started up our store and we're just not getting any sales. We're getting some visitors, but nobody's buying. And we don't understand. We have some pretty cool products. And we ask them a simple question. What made you choose that product? Okay, what made you choose to go and promote this product right here? And they say, oh, it looks really cool. Oh, it looks, the pictures are awesome. Oh, we just saw it on a random store. Oh, like I use it and it works really well for me. Well, that is a big mistake, okay? Okay, it's a huge mistake because you're only thinking about yourself, okay? And that is very selfish. What you need to do is follow the 3 laws to succeed by, all right? I would call them rules, but they're much more important than just rules. These are laws that you have to operate and run your business by, okay? Guys, give me a 2 right here, or give me a 3. Give me a 3 in the chat if you are willing to run and operate your business by these 3 laws right here. Awesome. All right, a lot of 3s. Cool, let's go over. Law number 1. Forget about yourself and your desires and what you like and what you buy and what you do. Forget about yourself and only find data to back up your product choice. All right, that's law number 2. Find data to back up your product choice. All right, find a proven trend. Find something that you know for a fact is already selling that you can capitalize on. Do not make the mistake of just trying to sell the products that you feel like have cool pictures that you would buy, all right? And then law number 3 is live by this formula right here. I will find high demand, okay? You have to find high demand where there's low supply of, okay? And that will be your gold mine, all right? Your gold mine is whenever there is a high demand for a specific product, but there isn't enough people supplying it, okay? There isn't enough people selling it, or maybe there isn't enough people that know how to market it, all right? And once I show you exactly here how to use Facebook advertising and the super easy formula for it, you will understand, okay? High demand, when there's low supply of it to fulfill that high demand, that is your gold mine. Okay, so find what's already working, all right? In simple terms, just find what's already trending and cash out big on that trend, all right? Cash out super big like we do, all right? Don't hold back. And this is a little graph right here that kind of puts it into perspective, all right? There's a great book called Crossing the Chasm. It's a marketing book. And initially, it breaks every single trend or market into 5 categories, all right? You got your innovators, you got your early adopters, your early majority, and your late majority, and last but not least, the laggards, all right? What most people tend to do is fall to either the super innovator side. They try to sell something that is super new that nobody even knows about, that nobody's even interested in because they didn't even know it existed, or the laggards, all right? They're selling something that is super old, super out of date, super just like nobody's really interested in that fad or that trend anymore. And a prime example of that is the fidget spinners, all right? If you try to sell those today, you wouldn't get any success from it. Why? Because they're being sold all over malls, all over, gas stations. You can literally find them anywhere. You could probably find them on the street because of how many were sold, all right? And what you want to do is you want to get in at that perfect chasm, all right? They call it the chasm. And the chasm is the perfect point of entry for any trend or any entrepreneur that's trying to capitalize on a trend. Is you come in right after It's been proven to sell. There's demand for it, but there just isn't enough supply. So you come in and you're able to capitalize off, you know, the huge majority of that trend, right? You're able to capitalize on the early majority, the late majority, and the laggards. All right. And so one of my favorite quotes as well is you never want to be the first person to sell something, and you sure as hell don't want to be the last person to sell something. All right. So you want to get in at perfectly the right time when it's trending. And I'm going to show you guys how to do that. All right. Now, that spyware tool that I showed you guys the first time, not the free one, right? The other one that's exclusive to our students, literally exposes and reveals the top 5 best-selling products real time on each and every single website, on each and every single Shopify store. We're able to find the top 5 best-selling products, even if they try to hide it, even if they don't want to disclose it, like they don't have a bestseller section, we can find it, and that will give us the proven data. Why? Because we know that this is a top-performing Shopify store, and the top product that's selling on it, okay, the top product that's selling on that website, we can just go ahead and steal the customers and divert that the traffic over to our store here once I show you exactly how to use Facebook advertising. All right. Now, that tool right there, unfortunately, is obviously only exclusive to our students and to our mentees because we want to give them the upper advantage. But I have another cool tool for you guys. Don't worry. I know you guys came here with the intent of getting some real value. So let's get into it. All right. Now, let me show you guys here in a second. So let's go to thieve.co. All right. Thieve.co. Make sure you guys save that website. Once you come on thieve.co here, you're just going to click on the trending. All right. You click on trending and it's going to load up a bunch of products that are trending based on how many people are talking about it on social media, how many reviews, how many products sold, and how quick it's picking up, right? So you could just come in here and you get a bunch of great ideas for what to sell. Look at this, ChargePad Power Bank. I already know that's a 6-figure product right there, right? ChargePad Power Bank. You can literally probably slap your phone on there and it charges your phone. That's insane, okay? That's a product idea for you guys right there. Another one. Glow-in-the-dark cards, all right? I know there was these set of cards that were like gold foil that were doing really well for a long time. And you can possibly go after these, glow-in-the-dark, all right? There's tons of great products. Steresso Hand Pressure Espresso. That sounds interesting. Modernist Geometric Gold. It looks like a book stand or magazine. Tactical Flashlight Watch, all right? That looks like, I know for a fact, tactical things always do real well because people that are in the tactical niche are super obsessed with just collecting new tactical gear and little fidgets and stuff like that. All right. So there's tons of great ideas. And the best part, all right, unfortunately, this tool doesn't share with you the exact product page. Okay. But this tool right here, that's exclusive to our students. I'm going to share with you guys how you can get access to it here at the end. So for the meantime, though, all right, what that tool allows us to do is to go and pretty much, all right, just see exactly, this was the top #1 bestseller, right? So what we do here is we just come in and we just see exactly what they're doing. Look, they got this banner here for 100% satisfaction guarantee, easy returns to make the customer feel safe. We can add that to our product description. We can add this exact description to our store, right? We can add this video right here, right? We can add this picture. We can add in these details. We can literally just model every single thing that they have on this product page that's making them successful at it. And we just go ahead and model it after theirs, right? We could just go ahead and model their product page, all right? Because this is the page that we're going to drive traffic to once we're promoting this product. So we could just model it and probably get the same exact results, if not better, right? Obviously, I believe in the same exact thing that Sam Walton, does, which is find what's already working and make it better. Okay, find what's working, make it better. And this right here is working for them. That's why it's the #1 bestseller. So just model this and make it better in any way, shape, or form that you feel fits best. Okay, so there you go. Right now we have the store. We found the bestsellers. We found their product page. And we went ahead and added it to our store. Obviously, all we have to do to add these anti-cellulite vacuum cups is go to aliexpress.com, and we're going to type in anti or suction cups or something. And they're selling it for $9.99 a pop, right? Anti, what is it? Cellulite vacuum. Boom. Okay, we're going to find the product. Look at that. They're selling it at 34 cents, okay? 34 cents a pop, all right? 34 cents, and these guys are selling it at $9.99 a pop. Their margin is pretty much 100%, right? It's like, it's the fraction of the cost, or the cost of the actual product is literally a fraction of what they're selling it for. Like a teeny tiny percentage. So as you guys can see here, no wonder why they're crushing it with this. No wonder why they continue to promote it. All right, so you can find that. You obviously just add this to your Shopify store, and again, you just model their product page. You see the exact pages, or sorry, the exact pictures that they're using. You can save these and model it after, use these exact pictures right here, different colors and whatnot. No logos, super clear, all that good stuff, right? So now, what's the next step? All right, again, this is my favorite part right here, because this is where the money starts hitting. This is where the cash starts flowing. Right now, of course, you have to drive laser targeted traffic to the store. Laser targeted traffic to the store. People that are actually interested in your product, in your offer. All right, if you target the wrong people, which is what the majority of people do, because they don't understand how Facebook ads work, they don't understand how it even, how to even launch a good campaign, what kind of campaign to launch, what kind of objective to go after. And if you don't know how to do that, I'm going to share with you exactly how to do it, all right? But the first thing I want to kind of myth bust, or, kind of just get rid of, is that the fact that a lot of people think that Facebook ads are expensive and super complicated, all right? Honestly, what's super complicated to me is trying to get a radio ad. All right, what's super expensive to me is trying to get a billboard in the middle of Sunset Boulevard for like $100,000 a month, and it's not even targeting only the right people. It's just targeting anybody and everybody that drives down Sunset Boulevard. That is expensive. That is complicated to me. But Facebook ads, all right, is literally the most simple, the most effective, and the most cost efficient type of advertising that any business can run today, all right? And I'm going to show you guys here exactly why and how to use them to your advantage, all right? Because getting your products in front of the exact right people is insanely easy and effective now, thanks to, like I said, Facebook advertising. Beforehand, the only channels of advertising was TV, was radio ads, magazine ads, newspaper ads, and any other form of direct, mail or marketing, right? But those were not targeting the exact right people. Like people who read the newspaper are interested in a variety of different niches. It is not targeting your exact customer. Okay, so you're spending a lot of money to not target the exact right people. But if you can learn how to do it, you will absolutely love Facebook advertising. All right, and the reason why you will love it, and I love it, and Juan even loves it as well, is really simple. It's because that's where all the attention is, ladies and gentlemen. It's dirt cheap, and it gets easier and easier with the more success you get. All right, I'm going to share with you how that turns out to be the case, but I'm sure a lot of you guys would agree, right? Give me a 1 in the chat if you guys do agree with me 100%, all right, that all of the attention is on Facebook and on Instagram, right? Facebook owns Instagram, so it's the same. It's like 1 or 2 in 1, right? Give me a 1 in the chat, guys. Give me a 1 right now if you agree with me 100%. Exactly, that's what I thought. Sometimes I ask questions that I know the answer to, but that's exactly it, right? It's like that's where everybody's spending the majority of their attention is on Facebook, is on Instagram, and any other type of social media. But these are the 2 dominant forces right now, all right? Now, the truth is that to build a profitable, or to launch a profitable Facebook ad, it literally is super quick and easy, all right? It takes like 7 minutes to set up, if not 5 minutes, all right? And the more that you do it, the more often that you do it, the more comfortable that you get with the platform, the quicker that you're gonna do it, or maybe you're gonna even end up outsourcing it, hire a virtual assistant after you've mastered it. And you can just say, hey, look, like, this is how you're going to do it step by step, right? Because you've mastered it. But definitely don't do it don't try to outsource something until you master it yourself. That's just a side note, all right? Now, it only costs $5 to launch an ad. $5, all right? That is super calculated risk. That is very, very minimal risk. Up until this point, we have literally not spent a dime, right? The Shopify store, we're on that free trial. We added the products that is super trending onto our store without having to pay a dime for it. We didn't have to buy it. We didn't have to wholesale. We didn't have to do anything. We just added the offer and the product onto our store in hopes of getting someone to buy it. Then we're going to go ahead and, buy it from the supplier, right? We didn't have to pay anything to spy on the competition. We didn't have to pay anything to, find trending products like I just said, right? The only cost as so far is $5 to launch an ad and test the product, all right? Now, Facebook will optimize and boost your ad and force feed you buyers, all right, literally automatically as you get more and more success. Because the goal, your main goal, all right, your main goal is to get a few sales to help Facebook understand your ideal customer, all right? Because once Facebook understands your ideal customer and it sees that their users, all right, are actually interested in your product, all right, they're interested in your offer, what they're going to go ahead and do and say, hey, look, if we get this guy or gal more buyers, all right, they're going to win, right? You as the e-commerce store owner, you're going to win because you're obviously getting more customers, you're making more sales, you're selling more product. Our users are going to be happy and they're going to win because they're getting a product that they're interested in. And we're going to win because obviously the business owner is going to want to spend more money and invest more money in the ad to keep getting more and more customers, right? So it's a win-win situation for everybody once you find that winning product, that winning ad. And guys, I'm going to be real with you here. It literally only takes one product to change your life forever, because once you hit that first breakthrough, once you find that one winner, it will literally force feed you buyers and just take it to the moon. As you guys saw in that picture right there, right? We went from doing $39 to 22 or 23 grand in a span of a week, all right? And the main reason why that's possible is because Facebook saw what I just spoke about. Their users were loving our product and our offer. We were making more money, right? We were getting more customers, and we were willing, obviously, to reinvest our earnings to make more money. So they're like, hey, let's just give him more buyers so he can keep investing and advertising with us. And that's all that comes down to. All right. So one simple ad campaign can make you six figures. All right. Profitable ads, if set up right. All right. Profitable ads, if they're set up right and you know what you're doing and you have a blueprint, can run consistently and for a very, very long time. All right. You guys saw that graph right there. We did, again, 225K. And I would say like 3/4 of a month. And then the next month, it was just super consistent. And now we're doing consistently I would say like 30 to 40K a month as well, right? And again, it is not rocket science. Look at all these purchases that are coming in for literally under $5. Some even $3.66. 326 purchases from $4.29 per purchase, all right? Just insane amount. 16,000 purchases for under $5, all right? And that's, at that point, they were getting a little bit steeper. Obviously, when you start off, they're going to be super cheap. But once you start maximizing and reaching more people, sometimes your costs can go up a little bit, right? Like the trend tends to die down a little bit. But that's not a problem, right? Because we just find the next trend and we do the exact same thing that we did to this one right here. So look at that, 14,000 purchases for $4.85. Like, that is unheard of, guys, all right? When you put up a billboard ad, when you run a magazine ad, when you run a radio ad, you cannot track any of these type of conversions. You cannot track this data. And the only reason why we were able to do this much right here is because Facebook was literally force feeding us buyers. They're like, hey, look, here's 10,000 buyers. Take them. We'll give them to you for $2 or $3 a pop. Guys, give me a 1 in the chat right now if you would not be upset at that at all right? If you woke up and Facebook is force feeding you buyers at $2 to $3 or $4 a pop. Look at all those ones. Insane, right? It's because it's a no-brainer. But the only problem why people think that it's super expensive or not efficient or not effective is because they don't know what they're doing, right? They don't know how to promote. They don't know how to create an ad. So let me show you guys here how we go about it, all right? It's, again, as simple as modeling what works. We, as in Juan and I, do not reinvent the wheel. We are no rocket scientists. We are no geniuses. All we do is we just model what is working already. All right. So we model the exact Facebook ad that the main Shopify store was running. Right. The choicest one, I think it was called. We find the exact ad they're running. All right. We model the offer. We model the advertising copy. Right. The text that they use, and then we go ahead and model the ad video and the image. And it literally sometimes costs literally $5 to go on Fiverr.com and just have somebody make you a similar video, a similar picture. All right, so obviously you don't want to copyright, you don't want to get sued or anything like that. So that's why we use the word model, because you're just using exactly what works and making it a little bit better, right? Just being a little bit creative, like just a little bit of creativity can help you outperform and steal your competitors' customers, all right? Now, we have another spyware tool that we share with our students that literally we get to spy on the exact ad that they're running. The exact Facebook ad that they're running, that they're crushing it with, we can see it, okay? And here it is to the left, all right? We pulled up one just for the sake of this training. And as you guys can see, that is the exact ad. Look at the bottom left, you guys, all right? 71,000 likes, 44,000 comments, 24,000 shares, all right? And we get to see exactly what they're doing. So what does that mean? That you are not having to figure it out on your own, all right? You're just using exactly what's already working, all right? And it's proven because of all this engagement that they're getting. It's going viral, right? So all we do is we model after it, right? So once you do that, and believe it or not, it also reveals the targeting. So you come in, you go to your business manager and you go ahead and create the ad, and it reveals the targeting as well. So you know exactly who they're targeting, who they're going after, and who you can model your ads and campaigns, and target them, right? It's just literally cutting exactly to the chase. It's revealing everything you need to know, every single recipe within within their pie that they're using, so you can duplicate it and again make it work a little bit better to just crush them and steal their customers, right? And with that being said, the fact of you already having this data, having exactly what's already working, that's going to make you get the initial customers super quickly. And then Facebook is just going to take over the wheel and just run with it, right? So that's absolutely insane. So like I was saying, right, the reason why I love Facebook advertising is for the simple fact that once you get a few sales, Facebook will literally do the hard work for you of finding you similar targeted customers and just boost your ad, all right? So what I want you guys to think about it as, or how I want you guys to think about it, is you initially, right, rolling up a ball uphill, all right? So at first, you're going to have to roll the ball uphill, but then Facebook is going to be waiting for you at the top of that hill and say, hey, we got it from here on out, all right? And they just roll it for you downhill, all right? They get you more customers. They force feed your business more money, all right? So that's the insanity about it. Now, when it comes to scaling to six figures, this is when you start rolling the ball downhill, right? Because after, again, guys, you saw that screenshot, right? From doing $39 in a day, which is probably like 1 or 2 sales, to a week later, we made more money than Juan and I had made like the whole previous year, right? Which was 23 grand, $23,000. It happened so quick, we didn't even know what to do. Like, we literally did not know how to behave. We started calling our friends, our family, like, we just started celebrating because it was like, wow, it just happened so quickly that we were literally not ready for it, all right? So one of the ways that you can start rolling the ball downhill is by simply retargeting your visitors, your ads to cart, all right? Because the average buyer buys after 5 to 10 interactions. So after they've seen your ad 5 to 10 times, that's when they are most likely to buy. So most people leave this money on the table. All right, all they're trying to do is just get people to the store for the first time, and that's why they're getting no results. They're hoping that people buy on the first interaction, on the first engagement. And unfortunately, the way that it works, the way that marketing works, all right, is that the average person sees so many ads within a day, right? But if they see your ad 5 to 10 times, they will be more inclined to buy. If you know how to retarget people that added something to their cart but did not check out, all right, it's probably not because they didn't like your ad or anything, or they didn't like your product. I mean, that might be the case, but most likely, the way that I like to think about it is they were adding something to the cart, they were going to check out, but something happened, right? Their boyfriend called, their girlfriend called, they had to step out, their boss walked in the room, they had to get back to class, they got on a phone call, but all of a sudden they completely forgot they were in the midst of buying and placing an order. So if you retarget them and you say, hey, look, come on over, all right? Come back and just finish your order. Here's a 10% coupon. That will automatically help you make a significant amount more than the average person who just runs an ad, doesn't have the right targeting, doesn't know how to, what makes a good ad, the copy or the video or the text, right? They just don't know what they're doing, so that's why they don't get any buyers. So again, retargeting your visitors or people that just abandon the cart, that's a huge way to make even more money and roll the ball downhill. Video viewers and engagement, all right? People haven't either viewed your video but didn't click on it right away. People have engaged with it, either commented or tagged a friend or, tagged a family member, or maybe they shared the post but just didn't buy. They thought it would be a great idea for their friends and their family. Well, you can retarget all those people that engage with it initially. Say, hey, look, again, 5 to 10 interactions, they're going to be more likely to buy, all right? And also creating a lookalike audience for insane returns on investment. Guys, I cannot stress how easy it is and how simple it gets once you create a lookalike audience for your buyers, all right? Because once we've generated a few sales, we can just turn around and tell Facebook, look, hey, these are the people that are buying. If you can find us a couple extra tens of thousands or a couple of million people that we can potentially turn into customers, then we'll keep advertising with you. And that's exactly what they do. They're like, hey, definitely, let us look at all your customers and let's just compare them and see exactly what they have all in common. And, we'll bring you tons more of those. All right. And that's exactly what they do. All right. So give me a 1 in the chat, guys, if you had no idea that it was possible to do any of this with Facebook ads, all right? You had no idea this was possible. Exactly, all right? Exactly. You guys get my point here, right? Because when you're doing a billboard ad, when you're running a magazine ad, or whatever kind of ad besides Facebook, you cannot retarget, people who checked out that magazine ad, who listened to the radio. Like, you just can't, right? Because it's not possible. But with Facebook, you are making very minimal risk, very calculated risk. You start off with $5 and you let it run for a day or two. Again, we never ever launch an ad with more than just $5, all right? Even us, literally at this day and age, at this point in our career, we still launch ads for just $5 and we let them run for 2 to 3 days. If it does good, cool, let's bump it up a little bit. If it doesn't do good, we just shut it off. There's no other risk, right? We don't have a warehouse full of products or a room full or a basement full. Like, I can take this camera around, guys, and show you. I mean, let me know in the chat here if you want me to show you under my desk, in Juan's closet, under my bed. There is no products that we store here, okay? So if a Facebook campaign doesn't do good, maybe for whatever reason, it was either too early, right, or too late in that crossing the chasm chart that I showed you guys, then we just shut off the ad and we eat up the $10. But once you find that one hit, that one success, it would literally make up for all of those and much, much more, right? Make up for all those little experiments, little tests that you make. Because one of my favorite quotes of all time is, he who experiments the most wins, right? It's literally that simple. He who experiments the most wins. Most people, what they try to do is they launch a Shopify store, they just like create a little store. They have no idea as to why they're doing what they're doing. They have no data. They're not modeling any successful stores. They just put a store, they add some random products, they run a little ad and say, hey, this thing doesn't work, right? Well, it's because you just don't know how to do it. You're not following the exact system. you are just trying to, or they're just trying to freeball it, right? They're not following a clear blueprint. So let me ask you guys something, all right? Is this 30 days simple? Do you think you can do this? Do you think you can find a hot and trending product within a few hours, guys, or in a few days? Let me know in the chat box below. Give me a 1, all right? Give me a 1 in the chat box if you think you can find a hot and trending product within a few hours and a few days with the spyware tools that you know we share with you guys, right? Of course, yes. Yes, you can. That's my favorite picture right there, my favorite meme, by the way. That's the attitude, yes. Right? Can you build a money-making machine store by modeling those that are already successful? Of course you can. Of course you can, because you have them right there, right? Sam Walton built up a multi-billion-dollar corporation, all thanks to modeling, right? He didn't invent anything new, and so can you, right? So can you launch a simple $5 Facebook ad? Yes, especially if you got that spyware tool, right? That, you know, we use. It's because it gives you the exact ad that's working. It shows you that it's working really well because you can see the engagement on it. And last but not least, you can see the exact copy, the text. So you literally just model after. Of course you guys can, right? Yes, look at this little baby. Again, my favorite meme. So pretty much you got 2 options to go with, right? You got 2 options. Option number 1. Struggle to do it on your own, right? Spend tons of time testing and experimenting, or maybe even failing like Juan and I did originally. And like most people, unfortunately, it's hard to say, but it's the truth, all right? They quit after a few tries and blame the opportunity, all right? They try it, they don't follow any clear blueprints, they don't follow any guides, any type of system, and once they fail, once they struggle, they say, hey, you know what? This doesn't work. Right? This doesn't work. This is not for me. This is for other people. All right? And that is that's just not true, right? You just don't have a clear blueprint. So you can go with option number 2. All right? Option number 2 is by cut your learning curve tremendously, right? Have someone coach you and hold your hand step by step. Look over our shoulder as we show you everything you need to do from A to Z. All right? Something similar to this training, but just a couple weeks longer. All right? And if you chose option number 2, guys, I want to introduce you to the Passion of Profits Dropshipping Accelerator, all right? It's a 5-week accelerator training where in the first week, we go ahead and we build your store that is proven to sell, right? 100K plus per month, all right? And the reason why we're able to do that is because we can show you the tool that we use to literally reveal the exact top dropshipping and e-commerce stores. So it'd be super easy for you to model. We'll even point you to the exact theme, right? Week 2, finding and sourcing the most profitable, hot, and trending products, all right? We will hand you the spyware tool that we use on a day-to-day basis to find products that make us hundreds of thousands of dollars, all right? So week 3, Facebook marketing mastery and crafting winning ads, all right? The exact strategy that we use, something similar to what I've just shown you right here, but just in more detail, all right? You literally get to look over my shoulder as I create ad campaigns. And last but not least, I'm gonna share and reveal exactly some campaigns that have done over 6 figures for us, all right? So you get to see the exact campaigns that we've launched, that I showed you before, where it shows like tens of thousands of customers and purchases. You get to see the exact ads that we use and even the product. I mean, I don't think it's in trend anymore, but you can obviously try to see if you can revive that trend, all right? Week 4, real simple, all right? Free and recurring revenue with email marketing. This is another thing that the majority of e-commerce entrepreneurs or dropshippers just never ever touch. Why? Because they're so focused on trying to make that Facebook ad profitable that they leave all the money on the table by not doing something as simple as just sending out an email every other day or so, all right? And believe it or not, guys, the people that make it big in the e-commerce world, that make it big in the online business world is people who have mastered email marketing. And the best thing is for you guys that we're going to literally hand you over the email templates that we use for abandoned carts, pre-purchase sequence, post-purchase sequence, trying to upsell them, all that good stuff, all right? Week 5, building your all-star team and automating your business, all right? The reason why Juan and I are able to travel, do cool things while still making money is because we have a team that helps us manage the whole business, right? We're not fulfilling all these, orders by ourselves. God forbid, no, right? We even have somebody else that just processes the orders, all right? They just buy the item. Once a sale comes into our store, they buy it from the supplier, and then the supplier sends it over to the customer. It's that simple. So not only do we not wholesale anything or ship it ourselves, but we also don't even handle the processing the order because it's all done for us. Even our Facebook ads, that is outsourced as well. Although I love to keep an eye on it because I feel like that is where the most exciting stuff goes down. That's where we go ahead and, outsource a little bit, but not outsource the whole thing, all right? And what you're going to get, all right? So you're going to get instant and lifetime access to the 5-week accelerator, guiding you from a beginner to a complete expert. That's valued at $7,985. We're also going to go ahead and hand over, like I just said, all the spyware tools that we use. And there is, besides just the 2 that I mentioned on there, the Facebook ad spyware tool, and as well as the Shopify spyware tool, we have literally countless amounts of spyware tools that we use on a day-to-day basis to do what Sam Walton did, all right? To do exactly what he did is to just find what's already working out there and model after it, all right? So we have countless tools that we use on a day-to-day basis, and we have our whole virtual assistant and staff just use those tools as well to help us keep our business up and going, all right? Now, reveal the hottest and most trending products, expose the competitors' ads that are already crushing it, pinpoint the exact audiences that are best fit for the product, okay? All it comes down to is just adding the product to the store and launching the ad. It's that simple, all right? So that's valued at $1,497, all the spyware tools that we use in our business. And also, my favorite part is the private mastermind group, all right? You literally get to join a family of hundreds of like-minded individuals and entrepreneurs that are all on the same or even different levels, but are all on the same journey as you are, all right? They're all trying to build a successful dropshipping e-commerce business, and as they're building it up using the exact blueprint thanks to the P2P dropshipping accelerator, all right, what you also have the benefit to do is to connect with people that are on that journey with you as well, all right? So our Facebook group is literally always jumping and popping off with different testimonials, and I can open up a folder here with literally hundreds of testimonials to show you where our students are just helping each other out. It's honestly a beautiful thing because now we've created a community of like-minded individuals who are all aiming and striving for the same thing. So let me ask you guys something, all right? Give me a 1 in the chat if you feel like that one of the biggest things that's holding you back from your success is not being surrounded by the right people, okay? Look at all these ones. And I'm sure you guys, all right, and if you don't realize it already, you will realize it real soon, all right? You are the average of the 5 people you are surrounded by. Well, we're going to have you jump into a community of hundreds of like-minded individuals that you can literally, become business partner with, become friends with. Maybe later in the future, you can go ahead and become business partners on a whole different venture, right? Like Juan and I, for example, we're both from Boston, but we didn't meet each other until we were in the same room at a business conference, and we have went on to do some amazing and, some great things. And, we're obviously super grateful for that. I'm super grateful for that because the majority of my friends back home, while I was still on, getting started on my journey, they didn't have the same ambition as I did. They didn't have the same vision as I did. So being put in this right here, this is literally a $497 value, although I think it's valued out a lot more. Also, weekly office hours. This is something we get excited for every time we are about to go live inside the mastermind group, right? Where we have these things called weekly office hours, right? Where every single Tuesday at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, all right? We hop on live and all of our students come on and we get to go over their stores, their products, and their ads as well, all right? So not only do we have it all laid out inside the accelerator, but we're also gonna look at it directly. Look at your store, look at your ads, and see exactly what you're doing right and what you're doing wrong, and tell you how to make it better, all right? And the best part is, since it's a community, everybody will be learning as we critique, each person's, lives. Each person's like stores and ads, and also their products, right? So this is something super valuable, and that's valued at $997. and also top of the best apps, all right? The top list of the best apps. The truth is Shopify has that marketplace that I mentioned earlier, but it has like tens of thousands of apps, literally tens of thousands of apps in the marketplace. Now, most are completely useless. Some are very, very useful, but only if you are actually proven to increase your revenue and boost your business. So one of the things if you try to do this on your own is you're literally going to try to find all these different, apps, and you're going to keep testing them out. You're going to keep getting sold on things that you just know is not going to give you that return. And what's going to happen is you're going to struggle just because you couldn't provide the apps. All right, so the next thing that you're going to get is the top list of the best apps that you can use, all right? Now, the truth is there's tens of thousands, literally tens of thousands of apps on the Shopify store. Now, most are useless. Some are useful, but only if you are actually proven to increase your revenue and boost your business, all right? So we're just going to hand you over the list of the top apps that you can use that are proven to literally 10x your revenue for the simple fact that some of these apps, make people want to buy more stuff, all right? So example, one of the examples is upsell apps, right? How to get people to buy more things, all right, as they're super excited to get that item that they initially came there for, all right? Now, that's valued at $1,997, which comes out to a total real-world value of $12,973. But that's not all right? We want to make sure you have absolutely no excuses to take the leap of faith that can change your life and your business literally forever, all right? And we are firsthand example of that. Obviously, our other students are Augustine, Tamer, Julius, just a bunch of other people. And I'm going to show you more here in a second. But you're also going to get tagged with a personal 5-figure coach, all right? Literally a certified coach that we have personally trained to the $10,000 mark that you can reach out to directly for help with absolutely anything you need, all right? You're limited to 1 call a week, but obviously unlimited email support. And the only reason why it's limited to 1 call a week is because we want to make sure that our coaches, are able to work with everybody equally. And, not just one person is like scheduling 10,000 calls in a week, right? Filling up the whole calendar. But the reason why we got them to do this for us as well is because we made an agreement. We said, hey, we'll get you up to the $10,000 a month mark. And in return, you're going to help us coach our students to deliver the best results possible, all right? So nobody else is doing this, by the way. We've seen other people's programs or whatever it may be, and literally nobody else offers personal coaches, okay? Now, that brings it up to a total real-world value of $14,970 because the personal 5-figure coach is literally $1,997 value. No, we cannot just tag you with the coach. Do not try to contact us or reach out from email or on Instagram or Facebook or whatever it is and say, hey, look, I just want that coach. We do not offer our personal coaches to anybody that is not inside the P2P Accelerator. Now, if all this did was, finally allow you to get a profitable business off the ground and running in less than a month, would it be worth it? Right? Absolutely. Help you find just one profitable product that you can scale to 5 or even 6 figures a month. Would it be worth it? Of course. Give you complete time freedom and control of your income to do what you're really passionate about. Like Juan and I have, right? Of course it would be worth it. So, we had 2 choices, all right? It literally came down to 2 choices for Juan and I. And the first option was to go as cheap as possible and try to get as many students enrolled as possible, which wouldn't really allow us to stack the value and over deliver like we love to, and we aim to do every single thing that we give our effort to. And the second option is just requires a little bit more of an investment from our students, but in exchange we can devote more resources like the personal coaches, the weekly office hours to guarantee your success by over delivering. All right. Now, obviously, we decided to go with the second option, but how much more money would you make per month with just 1 successful product in your store? How about 2? All right. Now, I hope you guys can envision yourself finding that 1 product and literally just breaking, having that big breakthrough that you all came here for, right? How would $5,000 per month, how would that change your life? How would an extra $10,000 per month change your life? How about an extra $100,000 per month change your life, right? It would absolutely, for some of you guys that are watching this training right now, $5,000 a month or maybe even $1,000 a month would just put you in a whole different situation. Maybe for the simple fact that you can, cover your gas, right? You can cover your food. You can cover rent, whatever it is, right? It can be a huge turning point for you. Now, how much would you pay to get one successful store? Well, I want you guys to know that if you wanted us to personally create a store for you, it would be at least $30,000 upfront and 20% of all lifetime revenue. So obviously that's a little bit ridiculous. We've had people reach out and we literally decline them because why not just build our own store and focus on our own business, right? Now, I'm sure a lot of you would agree that it would be a deal of a lifetime at just $9,949, right? I mean, look at all the value you're going to get. It would make sense. But obviously, this is soon going to be open to the general public for open enrollment at $4,999 or $4,999. But for this special webinar right here that you guys are on, we want to launch off this next initial class with a big bang. So what we're going to go ahead and do and give you a special offer, a one-time investment of $997 or just 3 payments of $397. All right. Now you can click the button below, which you'll see here pop up in a second. Now, if you wanted us to personally create a successful store for you, it would be at least $30,000 upfront and 20% of all revenue, literally for the lifespan of that business. Okay, now we have had people reach out before, but we honestly declined them just because we would rather focus on our own store. But I'm sure a lot of you would agree that it would be a deal of a lifetime at just $9,949. Now, soon we're going to open this accelerator to the general public for open enrollment at $4,900. And what we want to do is give you guys, all right, that are on this webinar right now, all right, because we want to launch off this next class with a big bang, all right? We're going to give you a special one-time offer for just $997 or 3 payments of $397, and you should see a button pop up below here that you can click to go over and claim your spot. But again, now you have 2 options, right? Your first option is to do nothing. Your first option is to do nothing, continue to procrastinate, and miss out on this opportunity right here, right? And the second option is to do whatever it takes to make this small investment today that your future self will thank you for, all right? And commit. And most important of all, guys, please do not claim your spot. Do not hold somebody else's place if you're not willing to commit and give it your all right? If that is the case, then go ahead and click the button below. Now, one thing we wanted to add into this to make it also risk-free for you is an action-based 30-day guarantee. Look, if you go through this accelerator and you're not satisfied, we will personally dive into your business and dissect it and to see exactly what you're doing right, what you could do better, and what you should be doing to get the result that you came in looking for. But if that doesn't work, then we'll go ahead and refund you 100% of your money and cut you a check for $100. Literally cut you a check for $100 just for your time, all right? So with that being said, the real question is it worth gambling a few minutes of your time to check this out? Seriously, is it worth a few minutes of your time to check this out? Which if it does even half of what I've claimed today on this training, all right, it will pay for itself as soon as your store is live, all right? Now, for the next 20 people or the first 20 people, you will get a free 20-minute, I've never done this before, a free 20-minute fast start coaching strategy session so we can game plan on how you will make the best out of this program as efficiently as possible, all right? And that's valued at $299, all right? I will personally get on a call with you, or Juana will personally get on a call with you, or one of our coaches will personally get on a call with you to give you a 20-minute fast start coaching session to help you go at it as quickly and as efficiently as possible, all right? Now, for the first 10 people right here, this is super limited. For the first 10 people, you'll get a free ticket to our next live in-person mastermind event. We held one over in LA, literally sold out in 24 hours, and we had it at this beautiful mansion in the Hollywood Hills, or it might have been the Beverly Hills. or maybe somewhere in between. But regardless, it was a beautiful house. We had a great time. We had tons of great speakers come by. Some were our mentors, some were our close associates that we've done business with, and they just shared so much valuable information that everybody who flew in from all around the world got tons of incredible value. And that was valued at $997. All right, so $1,000 people pay to come to our live events. You're gonna get a free ticket, but it's obviously gonna be for the first 10 people only. And last but not least, we'll just do a quick recap. All right, what you're gonna get instant and lifetime access to: 1 5-week accelerator, guiding you from a beginner to an expert. All right, so if you're sitting there thinking, hey, I have absolutely no idea how to do this, cool. We're gonna teach you exactly what you need to do. You're gonna look over our shoulders. We're pretty much gonna open up and reveal our whole business to you to duplicate and ethically knock off, right? Ethically copy and paste it to get the results that you're looking for. Second thing, access to all the spyware tools that we use in our business. We have countless amounts that literally just expose all of our competitors, and we are pretty much the Sam Waltons of e-commerce, all right? We just model what works and we make it a little bit better, and we come out on top. Third, private mastermind group, all right, for extra support and guidance, and just a very, very awesome community and family that we are proud to have put together at your disposal, all right? Literally, you could probably meet your next business partner, your next, you might get your next big breakthrough in there in terms of what somebody else might share, right? Personal weekly office hours for product store and ad reviews, that's valued at $997. Where we literally look at your store, we look at your products, we look at your ads, and we say, hey, look, like you got this right, but you need to do this better, that better, and you need to do this a whole lot better, okay? And the next thing, list of the top Shopify apps proven to triple your revenue, all right? Triple your revenue with some simple apps that you can add to your store that nobody else is sharing out there. And this is also one of my favorite things that we're going to do for you as a personal 5-figure coach to walk you through the program, literally a one-on-one coach to work with you and guide you, like literally guide you through the process. So you guys know that you are not in this alone. Like you have us, you have me, you have Juan, you have the community, you have your personal coach. Like there is just no way that you can fail in all honesty, because we're giving you every single thing that you need. All right. Now, bonus number 1 that we're going to include in there is the free 20-minute fast start strategy coaching session that is valued at within itself $299. I think I switched this around here. Might be able to switch it back. And last but not least here, okay, the free ticket to the next live event of your choice. All right. We're going to be hosting these events all over the country, all over the world as we keep growing our community here more and more. I got Pluto, our little puppy here, going a little crazy in the case. So I'm opening it up for him. There you go, buddy. Come here. Maybe he'll come in and say hi. But that gives it a total real-world value, guys, of $15,770 or $15,766, which you can get access to for $997. All right, one-time investment of $997 or 3 payments of $397. Now, even if you don't have the money for it right now, you can get it through PayPal credit, all right? No payments and no interest in full within 6 months, all right? So you get 6 months, you can literally get the program, all right? You can go through it, you get access to everything, all right? And you don't have to pay or, there's gonna be no interest collected on that for 6 months, all right? So you can literally crank out massive volume, then pay this thing off, all right? So with that being said, this is literally risk-free, all right? We have the 30-day guarantee. We have the 30-day, money-back guarantee, where if you don't, if you're not satisfied, if you're not getting exactly what you expected out of it, then we will go ahead and refund you the money. But first, we'll dive into your business, look at it one-on-one, and see exactly what you could do better to get the results you're looking for. And we'll cut you an extra $100 check if it turns out that we just can't do anything for you. It's just not for you, whatever it is. We'll cut you a $100 check, all right? And also with PayPal credit, you can literally get 6 months, no payment, no interest, paid in full. We have tons of students who have came in, gotten this deal from PayPal, got approved by PayPal credit, and they literally didn't pay anything. And once they started making money, then they paid off the initial investment. All right, guys. So thank you so much for hopping on. Be sure to click the button below. Go over it. And I'm actually going to show you guys here. I'm going to walk you through it to show you what you're going to see. All right. So you're going to come on here when you click on that button below, and you're going to see this page here. I'm going to replace this training right here, this video up top. And you can read a little bit more about our story. You can read a little bit more about what we do here. And also, you know, obviously this isn't a get rich quick scheme type of program. Like, you have to do real work, sell real products to make real money, of course, right? And then we also have a bunch of videos from our students that have came on before and that are crushing it, that are more than happy to share, you know, their testimonials. All right, guys. So again, when you click I'm ready to invest, you're going to come to this page right here where you can fill in your information and register. All right. So with that being said, I'll see you on the inside, guys, and I'm super excited for you, and I'll see you inside. Bye-bye.